What is up, everybody? It's MinecraftMan116 back with another top 10. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 10 copy abilities in the Kirby series. And let's just jump right into it. So, number 10, Spear. Now, the reason Spear is at number 10, or on this list at all, really, is because of one game, and that's Kirby's Return to Dreamland. In that game, if you're second through fourth player, you could select to be Meta Knight, King DDD, or Bandana D. And let me tell you, I really like playing Bandana D, even more than Kirby in most situations, honestly, in that game. So much fun, which is why I am for Bandana D in Smash Bros, but I don't think that'll ever happen. But man, would it make my day. Imagine a Spear character. They don't got none of those. But it's beside the point. Spear is a pretty fun copy ability. I use it a little bit in Star Allies, but it's nothing too crazy. But just a nice, simple number 10. So number 9, we have Smash. This is an exclusive to Kirby and the Amazing Mirror because it came out around the same time as Super Smash Bros. Melee, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's Smash Bros. In the Kirby game. So it's Kirby's moveset. You do rock with your down attack. Your up attack is the cutter blade. Just a jab for your regular B button press. I'm trying to remember. You do like your neutral air as well, and you do I think your sprint air attack is a hammer in the air, which I think was a thing in Melee. Melee's the Smash Bros. Game I've played the least, so that one's up in the air. And then your sprint side attack is hammer, which is not the most accurate, but it's the side special. But yeah, I really just think it's neat. It's Smash Bros. In the Kirby game. You fight Master Hand to get the copy ability. I just think it's really neat. And it's really good for solving puzzles, which is a big thing in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. So, it's just all around a great copy ability to have. It being limited to the one game, though, kind of knocks it down a couple of notches. So that's why it's at number 9. All right, number 8, Beam. Now, Beam is one of the more basic ones. You can find it in most of the early levels. It's one of those. It's kind of everywhere. But I really like it. My love for Beam really first started with Team Kirby Clash or whatever the heck it's called. It was like a side game in Kirby Planet Robobot, and then they made it into its own thing on the 3DS, and then they made another one on the Switch where it's just fighting bosses and 4-player kind of thing. I don't really know how to describe it very well, but in that game I used the Beam, because there were only 4 options: sword, hammer, beam, and medic, which is lame. Doctor's not going to be on this list. It's stupid. But that's where I really realized I kind of like Beam, and I really like it in the main franchise games too, especially when it's more flushed out. Starting in Kirby Superstar, I think, is where it really started to flourish a little more, where you could do the dash attack, where it shoots a little bit forward. You could charge a shot. I always like that. And the cream of the crop is easily the sprint jump attack for Beam, where you can just chain 2 or 3 of those and just shred, and it keeps you out of harm's way pretty well as well. So yeah, that's why I like Beam. Number 7, Mirror. My goodness, Mirror was definitely one of my favorites back in the day when I played Kirby Superstar Ultra on the DS. Anytime Mirror was out there, most of the time, that's what I'm going to grab. All right, I love Mirror. I was really sad to see it go. It's not in a lot of Kirby games. It kind of disappeared after Superstar and Superstar Ultra. But then it came back in Kirby Planet Robobot. And I was really happy to see that when I played Robobot. And I think it's evolved well. All the attacks are pretty good. You have your basic forward. The dash attack is very unique. And I also like the aspect of it. It reflects projectiles. It's a mirror. It's a neat little thing. So yeah, that's Mir. Number 6, ice. It seems pretty lame. Just one of the basic element ones, but screw that. It's ice. Number 1, coolest thing about it, instead of sprinting, you skate on the ground. And it's a little slippy when you like turn. And I just really like that. I love the movement of ice. If you're playing as the friend in some of the games where you play as like the monsters instead of Kirby, the little snowman guy, he's awesome. And Chili, I think his name is. I really like ice because just the movement and the feel of it. And also, when you attack enemies with your 2 attacks, which is, that could be a little better. But when you attack them, they turn into ice cubes and you throw them at the other enemies. It's awesome. I like that. I think ice is really neat. So yeah, that's ice. Number 5, yo-yo. How could I get through this list without yo-yo? I believe it debuted in Kirby Superstar? Or did it debut in Superstar Ultra? I think, no, it's in Superstar. We're good. But yo-yo, fantastic copy ability. I really like it. It's got everything you need. Range, it can go through blocks to do a lot of puzzles. The down-up move is just fantastic, especially in Star Allies when you mix it with an element. You're just shooting fireballs out of your yo-yo and stuff. I think it's really cool. And you can walk the dog in some of the later ones. That's a yo-yo trick. I've pulled that one off in real life like one time. So, I can relate to it. But yeah, I think yo-yo is just really neat, and it's fun, and it's viable in combat as well. So yeah, yo-yo's on the list. But moving on to number 4, Spider. Now this one is definitely the most recent copy ability that I've learned to love. I picked it up while playing Star Allies through the arena, which I think is called the Ultimate Choice. I remember that now. Playing through a Spider, I realized, oh shoot, I actually kind of like this like a lot. Just being able to hit every enemy and like a bunch of projectile objects, turn them into the little spider web things and smacking them around the screen and shooting spider webs everywhere, and like making a little spider web trampoline to like blast yourself through the bosses, and it's all just really cool. It's fun. It's fast paced. That's what I like about it. So yeah, number 3. This one's a bit of a unique pick, but holds a special place in my heart. Burning. That's right, not fire. Fire sucks. Fire still sucked when it incorporated burning, and burning was no longer a copy ability. No, just burning from some of the older Kirby games when they were separate. I don't know how to describe it. This is really just a personal thing because my biggest gaming days, especially for Kirby, were back in the GBA. Burning was its own copy ability. I don't think so in Nightmare in Dreamland, actually. That's sad. But, especially in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, which was my go-to GBA game, Burning, there it was. And just something about it. You go sideways as a fireball, that's it. You hit a wall, you bounce off it a little bit, and you can just spam fire into the wall. Doesn't matter. It's just really fun. Honestly, it's very simplistic because it's just the one move. You press the B button, you go forward into a fireball. But that's kind of what I like about it. It's short, sweet, simple. It's fun, It's just one of those things. It's just fun. All right, number 2, Cutter. I love Cutter. This is another pretty standard one. You find it all over the place, just like Beam or Ice. But just the versatility of Cutter, especially in some of the newer games, it gets even crazier. I love Cutter because just throwing the cutters forward, pretty standard, just normal move. But then you incorporate the fact that you can like throw it and jump over the blade, and then it just swoops across the screen, or you like angle it up or down depending on if you're on a ledge or something, and you can just spam a ton and they just fly across the screen if you're pointed backwards from whatever you're aiming at. That's really cool. I like how you can charge it up to be a big cutter that like bounces off walls and stuff in the newer games. And I like the sprint attack where you dash forward with the cutter. You can go over small gaps with it. That's really fun and versatile. It's a good movement option. And then also when you're really close to something, you practically use it like a sword where you do the slice and dice or whatever. Cutter, it has everything. It brings it all to the table. It's really fun when you mix it with elements and Star Allies. Not in Kirby 64. I'm not gonna lie, Crystal Shards, not a big fan of that game. It's just really slow in the copy abilities. I wish they were cooler because you can mix them. Ah, man, I'm getting off track though. Cutter, really great. Number 1, my favorite copy ability, Parasol. Who saw this coming? I did. I made the list. But let me tell you, Parasol is just something about it. It holds a special place in my heart. In some of the older games, it's not as great because the only move is hold your parasol out. I don't remember if you can pick up stars with the parasol in the older games. I'll have to look into that. But where it really shines is starting with, I think, Return to Dreamland. You have a down move where you're invulnerable while you're doing this little parasol spin on the ground. And you can also angle yourself left and right while doing it. And it's also in every game past Return to Dreamland. And that is really fun. It's kind of like the hammer flip, or not hammer flip, that's the fire one. The hammer spin on the ground. It's like that, but you can move more, it's faster. Personally, I much prefer Parasol to Hammer, and I can almost get the same damage output with it, which is amazing. If you're in the air, you'll like spike downwards while doing that. Your dash attack is good with Parasol. You can jump and dash as well, and you're invulnerable going through enemies doing that, and it's just a fun time. Especially the move where you can pick up little stars on the ground and throw them at the enemy with your Parasol. That's really neat. And you're invulnerable while you do it. A lot of invulnerability with Parasol. Pretty safe to use, actually. As well as projectiles above you can't like hit you and trash with it. You can make it a massive umbrella for the Krakow fight in Star Allies. Just all the little things about Parasol. I just love it so much. It's so much fun to play. Anytime I see it, no matter what game I'm playing, I drop whatever copy ability I have. I grab Parasol. It's just that much fun. So yeah, that's the top 10. I got 3 honorable mentions here. First of all, Wing. I really like Wing. You can do a lot of really cool movement with it. The Wing challenge course in Return to Dreamland, how they had the little tracks for a few of the copy abilities, I really like that. It really highlights all the cool moves you can do with Wings, and you go fast, and that's what I like about it. I like to go fast. Ignore the fact that Wheel isn't anywhere on this list. But yeah, there's Wing. Another honorable mention, Bomb. I really like it. You just chuck bombs. That's pretty much it. Something just barbarically fun about that. You just chuck bombs. That's the whole thing. Sometimes you can set the bombs on the ground, drop it off a cliff, put it on an enemy's head in some games. That's neat. But just bombs. You throw them. And the third and final honorable mention, Light, from Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. And I think it's in Kirby's Adventure, which is what Nightmare in Dreamland is made out of, or based off of, right? Yes. And Light this is a bit of a goofy pick, but just something about it. I always enjoyed it. The like 2 screens in the game where there's the little light guys, and then you eat them, and then boom, you light the room up. That's it. It's really funny. I like it, and that's my last honorable mention. But that's it. That's the list. I hope y'all enjoyed. Maybe you disagree with my copy ability choices. That's all right. Honestly, there's no such thing as a bad copy ability, except Chef Kawasaki. He sucks. But really, they're all great at the end of the day. And I hope you enjoyed me talking about some of my favorites. And, This is MinecraftMan116 catching you another time.